let's take a look at next week. So, Brad, you alluded to this. There's huge investment in the crypto space. The crypto market cap exceeds $2.5 trillion today. A few days ago, it was 2.7 trillion. Total locked value in DeFi is over 100 billion. FTX crypto exchange, now based in the Bahamas, is raising $420 million in addition to the $900 million they raised over the summer. Bitcoin miners such as Hut 8, Bit Mining, and Greenedge Generation are acquiring assets, building data centers, increasing hash power. 5 Wall Street firms, including Jefferies and Barclays, are initiating research coverage of Argo blockchain with buy ratings. So Bitcoin looks pretty bullish to me, Brad. So is the spike that we saw from the initial ETF fervor, will that just take some time to take a breather or two? What do you see going forward in price for Bitcoin?
Yeah, well, one of the things that's important to point out is leading up into this event, there was quite a bit of speculation that this could be what they call a buy the rumor, sell the fact event, where, similar to what happened when Coinbase had its IPO in April, that ended up being the all-time high for Bitcoin that same day. And people thought, here's another event that people are looking forward to in the market, very hotly anticipated, and that we might see a sell-off. Interestingly, that ETF went live on Tuesday, and then it was really the next day we hit the all-time high. So I think that probably was maybe a little more bullish in some ways than if it had hit the high on the same day, because it kind of tempered that buy the rumor, sell the fact theory. Of course, the past couple of days we are selling off. Even today we have this Valkyrie ETF launch, and that's not doing a whole lot for the price. And then, we do have another launch on Monday, the Van Eck ETF, another one coming out, another futures, Bitcoin futures ETF. But yeah, to your point, Christine, people are still seeing quite a bit of bullish sentiment. The charts are still looking pretty bullish. There have been some signals that we have a little pullback here, but it's still looking up. We could definitely see a new all-time high next week. We're not that far away from it. And if we go there, again, we could be in uncharted territory again. We could see 70,000. But yeah, people are saying this 61,000 zone where we are, it could be a crucial pivot. If we go below 60, we could see a deeper sell-off. So it'll be interesting to see what the weekend brings.
Mm-hmm. And I believe I read, Coindesk's Omkar Gaboli predicted, indicators projecting that potentially $80,000 Bitcoin soon. Christie, closing us out, I also saw that a multi-billion-dollar rehabilitation plan for users affected by the demise of the first Bitcoin exchange, Mt. Gox, has been approved. I don't know if you have also been reading on that, or what else are you looking ahead for?
Looking ahead, we'll be finally getting it finalized exactly 1 month from Wednesday. So yes, this week, rehabilitation trustee Nobuyuki Kobayashi issued a statement acknowledging that the plan to reimburse victims has been accepted by the required number of voting participants. This is big. Everybody needed to vote, and a lot of people did. And so the motion has passed. It was many years in the making, months in the negotiating, and months in the voting process. So creditors were able to vote on the proposal between May 31st and October 8th, and at least 50% of eligible voting shares had to be cast in favor of the proposal for it to pass. Apparently, approximately 99% of the voting rehabilitation creditors voted for the draft rehabilitation plan, and 83% of the total amount of voting rights was exercised in favor of the plan. So it was an overwhelming success. They will finalize it at a meeting on November 20th. And after that date, creditors will be able to finally start submitting their banking and their wallet information and start getting reimbursed. It will be partial reimbursement. There's a whole formula that goes into it, but Yeah, it's, I don't know, 10%-ish, 10 to 20%, depending on the options that they take. Some of it in Bitcoin, some of it in Bitcoin Cash, and some of it in fiat. And there's some concern that there's going to be a run on a bunch of people selling off all their Bitcoin once they get it. That's a lot of Bitcoin suddenly made available. But I can tell you that, like, a lot of the chatter that I'm seeing from people that I know who are creditors, some of the Reddit posts I'm seeing, a lot of people are planning on holding their Bitcoin. So it might not be quite the run that people are fearing is going to happen when the money starts flowing.